What's up, everyone? The time has finally come. It is Super Bowl week, and welcome to Neutral Zone Reaction. How are you, Brady?
I'm doing well. How are you, Jules?
I am doing awesome. It is 1 in the morning here in Rome, Italy,
It is
and
6 in the
but
evening here in Buffalo Grove, Illinois.
yeah, but it doesn't matter because I am always ready to talk football, no matter the time of day. And of course, it's finally the biggest week of the season. We've made it, I don't know, 19 weeks of this. I can't believe
Yeah,
I'm still tolerating you, to be honest.
I know. Thank God you're all the way in Italy by now. Jeez, what else I do?
I know. I had to escape this guy. But anyway, we've got a whole lot to talk about today. We're gonna be going over our game breakdown, keys to the game, what we think's gonna happen. Then we're gonna leak the script. I mean, we're gonna
I
leak the
mean,
script. I got a call from Roger Goodell earlier this afternoon. He told me what's up with the game. So
I
we
did not
got
know the
that.
intro that was going to be so corny.
Yeah, I know.
Jules, just for the record, Jules did not run that by me. I did not know it was going to be that bad. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
It's okay. I run my own script these days.
Yeah, we can tell because I would not come up with something like that.
But and then after that, we've got a couple fan questions, and we have our big prop bets. So you ready to start?
I'm here. I'm ready.
Let's go. All right. What do you want to talk about first? What do you think are your biggest keys to the game?
I think it's the.
A lot to choose from
I
here.
think I was mixing up my thoughts. I think it's the line of scrimmage. I think whoever controls this line of scrimmage is going to win the game. I think if the Chiefs can block up the Eagles, I think they're going to win the game. And I think if the Eagles can control the Chiefs front and establish their run game and establish time possession, I think the Eagles win this game. So I really think which O line is going to assert itself, whichever O line asserts itself will come out on top in this game.
Fair enough. And I mean, you look at this roster of Kansas City this year compared to past seasons.
It
When they
is,
were in the Super Bowl last time, we all thought, oh, it's going to be a great game, Mahomes versus Brady. Uh, but that offensive line crumbled in the Super
no,
Bowl.
they were also injured. The O line this year is not a liability compared to what it was.
Exactly. I think that's going to be a big difference in those two games. You look at Mahomes having to run all over the place. I think they'll be able to actually run their game plan this year
Yeah,
compared to last time.
yeah, I think
Do
it's gonna be a great game. But yeah, also I think the Eagles secondary is gonna be a huge part of this game. They got some talented dudes. They got
Okay.
CJ Gardner Johnson back. They got Darius Slay. They
Slay,
got
Bradbury,
Bradbury. Yeah, that's what I was
the
thinking of.
whole
Bradbury.
crew.
Like they have a good cornerback room. I mean, if they can stick on these receivers, someone can somehow neutralize Kelsey. Mahomes isn't gonna have a lot of options.
Well, that's the
Because
thing.
we all know
I
he's not going to have time back there. No matter how well the Chiefs O line play, that pass rush is going to get there.
Here's the thing. The whole season, everyone has been talking about the Chiefs don't have weapons here, the Chiefs don't have weapons there. It's Kelsey or bust, you know? And that's something I think needs to be put to rest. You know, you look at this, you look at it on paper, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Sky Moore, Juju Smith-Schuster,
Juju's
McCole
good. People
Hardman.
hate on Juju.
it's it's not like an elite receiver group. It's not even it's not a top 16 receiver group.
Yeah,
But
it
I
might be.
think that needs to be put to rest because this offense has still been the best offense in the league the whole season. And I really don't think you could put any receivers out there. They got more efficient without Tyreek Hill this year.
They
I
really do.
don't
I
think
mean,
it matters that much, the
I
receivers.
really think it's a credit to their quarterback coach.
Yeah,
He's done a great
he's
job.
a
I think
great
he's fit
guy.
for the job.
Matt Nagy, for anyone who's
Yeah,
wondering.
their quarterback coach.
Well, here's the deal. Let's go back to the whole line of scrimmage thing. Obviously, the Chiefs' run defense versus the Eagles' run game is my focal point for the game. I think that's going to be the biggest issue that the Chiefs are going to have to overcome to try and win this football game. Kansas City plays a dime defense more than any team in the league, so six defensive backs. This I, they might have to switch it up this game. I really think that
This
that you give Andy Reid 2 weeks to work on this. They're gonna and Steve Spagnuolo, they're gonna have to
I
find
was going to
ways to
say
stop
Andy
the
Reid
run.
doesn't work on the
Yeah,
dime
yeah,
package defense, but
yeah. Do you think they'll be able
anyway,
to stop the run game?
I do. But okay, we've seen this all year. The Eagles are a big play offense, right? Like Jalen Hurts over the top has been money this whole year until he hurt his shoulder.
Well, that's the
I
thing with the
think
dime defense
whatever I
is
was
they're going to be
talking.
limiting that.
I was talking. Dang.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna interrupt each other. Okay. So the Eagles, like AJ Brown's a freak, Devontae Smith's a freak. They got so many over the top weapons. If Jalen Hurts can make those throws, it's gonna force the Chiefs to play a deep shell, and that's where the Eagles can gash the Chiefs. So I think if AJ, I think if Jalen Hurts can connect on those deep passes down the sideline, I think that's where the Chiefs really find themselves trouble in defensively. Because then they have to stay in that dime personnel. They have to stay in that two shell personnel to stop the passing game. But then they can't stop the 5 all pro linemen the Eagles have with Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders back there. It's impossible.
Well, here's the thing. You're saying if this, if that. What do you think's going to happen?
What do I think's gonna happen? Um, I think the Chiefs are gonna load the box more than they have. I don't think they're gonna be in dime. I think they might run a little. Also, if anyone doesn't know, uh, dime is where there's 6 defensive backs on the field. Nickel is where there's 5. A 3-4 or a standard run defense is when there's 4, so 2 corners and 2 safeties.
Oh, thank you, Coach Hannon.
For our unadvanced audience, yeah. But yeah, I think they're gonna be in a. I think the Chiefs are gonna give a lot of nickel looks. I think they're gonna roll people in the box. I mean, they got decent linebackers. They got Nick Bolton's pretty good. They got who's that white dude?
I don't know.
It's 49. Not Daniel Sorensen. What's the
Oh,
dude's name? They
he
got
was
some middle linebacker.
Sorensen was a while back.
No, they got some middle linebacker that's decent. I don't know. Point is, I think the Chiefs are going to run a nickel. I think they'll run more nickel. I think they're going to test Jalen Hurts. I think they're going to make him throw downfield. I think they're going to load the box, and I honestly don't think he's going to be as efficient as he was this year. I think the shoulder's still going to be a problem, and I think the Super Bowl jitters are going to hurt him a little bit.
Okay. I see where you're coming from. What are your thoughts on, I'm about the whole being able to try and beat them downfield. I think they get beat downfield a few times, but I don't think they get exposed downfield. And that's going to be a big factor in the game for me personally. What do you think?
Well, the also thing to consider is the Chiefs have a young secondary. I mean, their starting corners are Jarius Sneed, second-year player, Trent McDuffie, first-round rookie.
They've got like rookie. 5 rookies on defense starting.
Yeah, they don't have Honey Badger back there anymore. They're a very young secondary. They're talented, but they're young. And AJ Brown, we know, is swole Batman. He's not going to tolerate that. He's going to go over the top. And I agree. I don't think they have any plays where it's like an 80-yard touchdown. I don't think Spags lets that happen. But, I mean, I do see some jump balls, AJ Brown winning. I do see some mistakes where they find Devontae Smith for a 25-yard down seam.
I'm going to have to agree with you there.
But I don't think there's going to be consistent plays where Jalen Hurts finds people open and hits them in stride over the top of the defense that we've seen in past weeks against lesser defenses with a healthier Hurts.
So it sounds like you don't see the Eagles' explosive offense getting going.
I don't. Okay, real quick. I'm not saying that the Eagles' offense isn't going to be productive. I think they're going to be able to run the ball. I really do. I think they're going to be able to establish the run. I think they're going to be able to control the possession, not necessarily like the whole game like they want to, obviously, but I think they're going to be able to establish their time possession and their run dominance. I just don't think the big over-the-top explosive plays that we've seen this season are going to be happening and prevalent in this game.
Okay. Interesting. What about the pass rush?
Then again, I don't think the Chiefs are doing that either. It just doesn't feel like that type of game.
Yeah.
It feels like a grind type of game.
Okay. What about the pass rush, though? I want to talk about the pass rush for a minute. You've got on one side you got the Chiefs. They've got Chris Jones going up against Jordan Mailata and Jason Kelce and that interior line. Then you've got Lane Johnson lining up against Frank Clark. I think the Chiefs pass rush might be neutralized. George Karlaftis could have a breakout game if they.
I don't think neutralized is fair. Remember, Lane Johnson is playing with like 12 tears and breaks in his body.
Is he? It seems like he hasn't allowed a sack in like years.
No, he's got like a torn rotator cuff or something. He's got like some rib injury. He's got a torn groin, I think. He's not 100%.
I didn't hear about that, but yeah.
No, he's not 100%. Then again, he's a tank. I'll be honest. Jordan Mailata is good. Kelsey's a beast. Their interior line's good. I mean, I don't think that the pass rush is going to be as big. I think the Eagles pass rush is going to get to Mahomes a lot more than the Chiefs pass rush gets to Hurts.
Well, here's the thing. I always have my little stats for the week. I didn't do a ton of stat research this week because I don't think stats never really determine the Super Bowl.
Well, no,
It
they
feel
don't. 'Cause
like
it's all
I feel
about
like everything that the stats say is going to happen never ends up happening. But here's
fair.
one thing that I took away. Mahomes, out of all the times he was pressured this year, was sacked on just 10.5% of those times he was pressured, which is the least in the league of any quarterback.
Really,
So
that's
if
interesting.
that O line breaks down, Mahomes leads the league in being able to not be sacked there. And
True,
I think that's huge for this game.
but the Eagles have so much. Okay, but a lot of times when you see those, like, I mean, we watch Fields all year. We know when he gets pressure up the middle, he spins away out to the outside. When it's to the outside, he
And then he
steps up,
runs
leaks
away.
out. But the Eagles don't have that. They have so much strength all over. They got, I mean, Javon Hargrave,
Hargrave's
Fletcher
really good.
Cox are both going to blow up the middle. They got Robert Quinn and Hassan Reddick and deep pass rushers coming along the
Josh
edges.
Sweat.
Josh Sweat, yeah. Mahomes isn't going to have those alleys to escape as he had. I'm not saying he's not going to, but he's not going to escape 90% of the pressures he faces. It's not realistic against his defense.
Yeah, I see. I look at Philly's roster. They are so much
It's so
deeper of
they're
a team.
stupid.
There's so much depth on that team. It
It's
makes it
stupid.
so difficult to pick against them. I was going back and forth, Chiefs, Eagles, and
Yeah, I was
every
too.
time I looked at the Eagles roster, I just think, man, it just is so
No,
loaded at every position. But
question.
what are you doing? Oh, what's your question?
It's not a question. It's a comment. I just wanted to talk.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay. I saw a stat. The Eagles have 17 players that were either in the Pro Bowl or Pro Bowl alternate. So 17 out of 22
Oh
of the
my
Eagles
gosh.
starters are Pro Bowl level. The Bears
Yeah,
didn't have one.
But to be fair, the Pro Bowl
That's
is like
insane.
Pro Bowl doesn't mean anything now that Tyler Huntley made it. But
That's fair. Tyler, dude, how did Tyler come in it?
yeah, as I was saying, everything stacked up on paper says Eagles, 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 Eagles.
Not necessarily, because the Chiefs
I
have
just can't
Mahomes.
bet against I
I
can't go
can't bet
against
against
Mahomes.
I said this last week. You didn't listen, and of course I was right. But
Oh, of course.
of course, does this mean we go into our script now for what's
Sure.
really
I
gonna
mean,
happen?
yeah, let's go into our script
I
because
mean,
we both
told them all what
we
we
both
think might
just said
happen.
we've got the Chiefs after going over the keys to the game and the breakdown. Let's go into the script. You want to pop your head back in? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sorry, I was fixing my iPad. Okay, I got this script up and running because when my head was popped out.
Because Roger called this morning, you know.
Well, I had to check my notes because Roger sent me a long email. Okay, I'm done with the script. Sorry, that script about Roger is incorrect. We had some leaked NFL media footage. Anyways, so I'm starting off. I believe I got the first quarter of the script.
Yes.
It was weird. We got the email. I got the first and the fourth quarter of the script. Jules got the middle.
Yeah, I got the second and third. You know.
He got the boring quarters, which is probably fitting for the show. You can listen to me, snooze for a bit, relax, and then come back when I'm back. Okay, so this is how the game is going to start. I think the game starts quick. It starts fun. I don't know if the ball.
I thought this is what's going to happen.
This is what's going to happen.
Okay, go on.
Okay, the Eagles. We'll say the Eagles get the ball first. It's a coin flip. You can't predict that. It's televised. We'll say the Eagles for sake. It could be flipped, but the Eagles on script to start this game are going to be fantastic. Okay, they're going to have RPOs. They're going to have quick game. Jalen Hurts is going to look quick. He's going to look comfortable on the script. They're going to drive down. I think he's going to look good. In the red zone, Hurts is going to hit. He's going to hit Devontae in the corner, and it's going to be 7-0 Eagles about 5 minutes into the game.
Dang.
But, sorry, that's what's going to happen. I got the confirmation this morning. It was in black and white. But then, hear me out. Then Mahomes comes back, and, he's pissed, right? He's not happy. He's doing his little frog. He's doing his wildest frog yelling. He's not happy. He's going to rattle off some passes. McKinnon's going to get in the end zone. It's going to be 7-7 really quick here.
Okay, right off the bat, both opening drives.
But then then the game's gonna have to slow down a little bit because if the game is 59-54, like the NFL doesn't make enough money. It's just hectic. NFL doesn't want that. They want a close, tight game. So what they're gonna do is, they got some cameras on the side. They're gonna be like, hey, they're gonna tell Jalen Hurts to shake a little bit. They're gonna give him some. They're gonna give him some caffeine. He's gonna get a little hyper. He's gonna get a little shaky. So once he's got that caffeine, he's gonna be throwing it all over the place. He's going to miss a deep ball or two, and they're going to have to punt. But then they can't give it back to Mahomes. Just have him run away with the game. Because what type of script is that? That's terrible. So Mahomes is going to start the drive. He'll do a little handoff. They'll get 2 yards. Then he's going to get sacked. I don't know who, Hassan Reddick, I think. It might have been Fletcher Cox. Depends on the matchups and where they align this play, but they're going to get it. It's going to be a 2nd and 18, and they're going to have to punt pretty soon. And then Eagles get the ball at the end of the first, and then
You got this many.
rest.
You got this many drives in the first quarter.
4 drives in 15 minutes isn't that long.
Fair enough. I feel like the first quarter always goes by so quick, though. In the
It does
Super
go by
Bowl.
quick, but yeah,
So
it
you've
totally
got
does. You literally sit down and you're like, what happened?
so you've got it at 7-7 at the end
You
of the
got it
first quarter.
7-7 going into the second quarter. Yeah.
Okay, well, here's what happens. The Eagles start to figure it out again, and that
False.
offensive line is gonna get strong up front, and they're gonna have that rushing attack. Miles Sanders, Jalen Hurts, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell, all 4 of them. You know, Kenneth Gainwell, side note, he's been a dog this postseason.
Kenneth Gainwell's good.
Every time he gets the ball, he's making an impact play.
Yeah, I don't know why every Eagles running back is under 5'9", but they're all dogs. So
I know. Anyway, I think the Eagles start to look like they're getting in control of the game, and they're going to score a touchdown that drive in the second quarter. Chiefs will get the ball back, do nothing, and punt in classic Chiefs fashion, I guess. It just if it's not a touchdown drive, it's a punt. Then here's when things start to get interesting. I've got AJ Brown, as we were talking about earlier with the deep balls. I don't think the Chiefs get exposed, but I think that the Eagles will be able to capitalize at some point. And AJ Brown's going to make one of those classic Super Bowl catches. And
those like turning sideline.
Yeah, something wild.
Think of the Julio catch.
At like the 8-yard line. So that happens, and the Eagles get stopped and have to take a field goal. So they get stopped in the red zone. 17-7 game. Then Mahomes is going to still not have it together at that point. I think he throws a pick to James Bradbury at the 34-yard line. Or not I think. I know. I'm leaking this to everyone. And
Dude,
Philly
stay on the script.
And Philly is going to get a 40-yard field goal as the first half expires. So it's looking bad for the Chiefs going into halftime. They're down 20-7. And this is when everyone starts to either they panic or they're like, "Oh, it's Mahomes, he's fine." I'll be on the second half of that group personally, because in the third quarter the Chiefs are going to figure it out. They come out at halftime, and here is one of my underdog picks for the game after seeing the script. Isaiah Pacheco, he is going to have a 63-yard rushing touchdown. This guy is going to have a crazy big run to start off the second half and get their momentum right back up. This guy he runs hard. He's a really fast guy. You know, I made a joke last week about how, you can't really let a guy from Rutgers score a touchdown in the conference championship. Maybe he goes and does his thing in the Super Bowl. I really think he's going to make an explosive play this game that maybe the Eagles haven't been able to. Whether you're prepared or not, I think the Chiefs' run game is going to make a difference here. Remember, in the Super Bowl that they won, Damian Williams should have been the MVP. Right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, Damian Williams went off that game. He was.
I don't remember. All I remember was he had that game-sealing touchdown run.
He did. He had a crazy great run at the end, but he really had it together the whole game. I think Pacheco is going to have that big run for them, and then Hurts a fumble or something on a mixed-up read option. Suddenly the Chiefs are back, and I think this is when Andy Reid pulls his tricks out of the bag. Imagine this, triple option. You've got Jerick McKinnon on his left, Travis Kelce on the right. Mahomes fakes a handoff to McKinnon, tosses it over to Kelce, and Kelce throws a touchdown pass to Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and everyone goes nuts. So suddenly the Chiefs take the lead 21-20. The Eagles get the ball back. They drive down the field to the Kansas City 15-yard line, and that's when the third quarter expires. Tell me what goes on in the fourth.
Yeah, so the Eagles are driving, right? The Chiefs' defense has held strong since halftime. I think they kind of regained their confidence. I think Hurts tries to force, so when it's a near pick and it gets incomplete, I think they have to settle for a field goal. And I think it turns back to Mahomes, 21-23.
Okay.
However, However, we talked about this pass rush this whole time. And
Yes.
I think they get to Mahomes. I think they're rested after that Eagles drive. I think they swarm Mahomes. He's got to pump pretty quick.
Punt.
And
Okay.
when the Eagles get the ball back, though,
They're gonna want to chew the clock.
no, they're going to go 3-and-out.
Okay.
They're going
Oh.
to run into a brick wall 2 times in a row, and then Jalen Hurts is going to get flushed enough, throw it away. It's going to be 3-and-out. And with about 8 minutes left, Mahomes is going to get the ball back.
No, that's never a good thing for the defense.
And this is where the drive happens, okay? This is the Hollywood ending that the script writers have planned
Well, of course.
beautifully. I heard it mentioned at the Grammys the other night, so it's already been moved. Kelsey's gonna have a couple big catches. Juju's gonna have a few big catches, and at the 2-minute warning, just after the 2-minute warning, Mahomes is gonna roll out and hit Kelsey on the edge for a 8-yard touchdown.
Wow. At the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, and then Juju's gonna get that 2-point conversion. It's gonna be 29-23.
All right.
No, this is just after with like 1:45 left. They didn't tell me the exact time. It said the following plays in the email. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So Eagles get the ball back. They got a 2-minute.
Eagles get the ball back.
What
and
happens?
They started drive. Hurts has a couple rushing first downs. With 1 timeout left, they got a 4th and 7 at the Chiefs 37. Hurts is gonna have a little bit of time. Nothing's gonna be open. He's gonna be forced to roll out. And as he's rolling out, he's going to have to loft up to A.J. Brown, and it's going to be incomplete. However, he's going to trip over his own feet, and they're going to call him roughing the passer.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. And then the Chiefs are going to nail it down. They're going to win the game 29-23.
Wow, exciting. So
yeah,
is that –
I think it comes down to the end.
So what would you say?
I already saw it, but the script writers confirmed it.
Oh, it's been confirmed, of course. Just wait a few days, and we'll see during the game. But aside from the script we've been given, what would you say, what would you say is your final score prediction? Like aside from everything we just said, do you have it sticking around?
I have
there
a prediction.
No?
I know it's gonna be 29-23.
You're sticking with that.
I know. Well, okay.
Hammer that.
I know
hammer the exact score.
Do you want like my score prediction I wrote earlier in the week?
Oh yeah, sure.
Before I knew.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
I
think the Chiefs win still. I think the Chiefs are going to pull out the win 27-23. So very close to what you said.
27-23. Wow, okay. Mine, I've got the Chiefs winning 31-26. I think they reached the 30 points. But then again, the Eagles run the clock down a lot. They very well might not get that many drives. Kansas City might not. Also, fun fact, there has only been one Super Bowl in history decided by less than 3 points.
The Bills Giants.
Yes, good job. Someone's got their football knowledge.
Is there really? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the only Super Bowl game that's ever been less than 3 points. And last year, the 23-20 game, that was one of like 5 or 6. I don't remember exactly how many, but not very many Super Bowls have ended in a 3 points or less game.
That's surprising.
It's kind of crazy.
I feel like a lot have been 4 though.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot have been 4. So before we move on to our prop section, we talked earlier this week about having a non-quarterback MVP pick of who that would be for each team, and then a hot take for the game. What would you say is? Let's start with the hot take. What's your hot take for the game?
I want to hear yours.
Okay, I'll start.
I gotta make sure you don't steal it.
We talked about the Eagles having to run the ball a lot, and Kansas City's going to have to figure out a way to stop it. I think that Nick Bolton, the middle linebacker of the Chiefs, will set the NFL record for most tackles in a Super Bowl.
How much is that?
You might think it's crazy, but the record right now is 12 solo tackles and 1 assist, so 13 combined tackles,
That's not that
which
bad.
is not that unattainable.
No, just totally doable.
I think it was done by a Colts linebacker in 2010 against the Saints. Forgot his name. I've got the stats somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. The most tackles in a Super Bowl was Gary Brackett with 12 tackles and 1 assist. And there's been 11 done 4 times, 11 solo tackles. So I think that's totally Nick Bolton was second in the NFL in tackles this year, right? I believe.
Sounds right. He was up there. He's
Yeah,
everywhere.
I think he's really got a shot to break this record.
Willie Gay, that's their other linebacker.
He's not white.
I know, but he's the other one I was thinking of. I was thinking of the
Yeah,
wrong person.
Willie Gay. And
He's
he
good.
played, he played high school ball with AJ Brown, or maybe college. I
Really?
think high school ball though.
Oh,
So
did he
they've
go to
got a little
college?
history too, just like
No,
the
I think he
Kelsey
went to like a
brothers.
small college. AJ Brown went to Ole Miss.
AJ Brown did go to Ole Miss, so maybe they
I
played
was-
high school ball together. But I know there's some connection with them from the past. What's your hot take for the game?
I think that Travis Kelsey
Oh,
sets the
you went with
record
a big
for-
name guy. Okay,
Of course, I gotta be right. I think that Travis Kelsey sets the Super Bowl record for most catches by a tight end.
really? I was talking earlier this week with our friend Alex, who was on the show earlier, and he said he thinks the Eagles can win this game if they just contain Kelsey to like
He's
less
gonna
than
contain
78
Kelsey. Though. That's
yards.
the thing.
But here's the
I don't
thing:
know
you
who-
give them 2 weeks to think of a game plan.
Yeah, and you give Andy
if the
Reid 2
Eagles-
weeks to think of a game plan.
Yes, but
Yes.
if you can focus so much on one player to try and stop that one guy, I mean, you might just say, "Hey, Darius Slay and James Bradbury, go do your thing," and everyone else, our biggest goal is contain Travis Kelsey. That's the only
can't
reason I
contain
don't
Travis
I
Kelce.
don't think he would have like a record-setting type of game.
I do.
But then again, yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Travis Kelsey.
It is Travis Kelsey. I
Also,
won't.
fun fact: Andy Reid is 27-4 off a bye.
He is. I saw that same
I
stat.
don't see him losing this game. I
Yeah.
think the Chiefs are going to win this game.
I do as well. And who is your non-quarterback MVP
I actually made one for each team.
for each team? Okay.
Just assuming, because obviously either team can win. For the Chiefs, I had Isaiah Pacheco.
Not, but the script says the Chiefs are gonna win. So
True. Isaiah Pacheco then.
is that who you picked?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
funny.
I don't
That's-
see who else can win the MVP.
That's who I picked also.
I don't know who else can win it besides Mahomes. Because if Jared McKinnon's playing and he does well, that's because he's going to get receptions, which is Mahomes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kelsey, if he gets a lot of receptions, it's Mahomes.
No, as I
They
said,
don't
I
have a
think
receiver that's going to dominate. They don't have a defensive player, I think, besides Chris Jones that's dominant enough, and I don't think they give it to a D tackle.
I agree with
So-
you.
I really don't see anyone besides Mahomes getting it unless Pacheco goes off.
100% agree. Yeah,
However, the
I
Eagles-
Pacheco is my pick too.
However, the Eagles, before the script came out, I thought about Hassan Reddick. Because I think if Hassan Reddick can get in that backfield, get a couple sacks, I still think he's going to go up. I think he's got 2-3 sacks in this game. I think he stalls drives. I think he disrupts Mahomes. I think he makes him uncomfortable. I think he's got a shot. If Jalen Hurts struggles and Hassan Reddick just totally anchors that defense.
Well,
see
he
that too.
totally was a game wrecker against the 49ers.
He literally wrecked Brock Purdy's arm, which wrecked the game.
Mm-hmm. I picked someone different on the Eagles for my non-quarterback MVP. I think if they win this game, it's gonna be if they intercept Mahomes twice, and so I had to go with the cornerback.
Darius Slay.
Slay is big play. Slay. I don't know. It doesn't feel like an MVP. I just
he
don't
play
see
for the
it.
Lions?
I took James Bradbury as mine
Because he played for the Lions.
maybe. I took James Bradbury as my non-quarterback MVP. If Mahomes is not able to win this game, I think it's going to come down to turnovers, and
Yeah, I agree.
that's the guy who I'm picking to get the interception or interceptions.
Yeah, we kind of missed that. I think turnovers are going to be a huge factor in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Considering how much offensive and defensive firepower is in this game, a couple turnovers, extra possessions is going to be huge.
Exactly. Totally agree.
Exactly.
All right. Well, the final segment of today's show, this week in Vegas.
Let's go above 500.
He is above 500, and I am.
And Jules went 0.
I had a
3
shot to
last
get
week.
500 last week if I went 3-0. Instead, I went 0-3. But this final week, it is the biggest week of the season. So here's what we're gonna do for this week in Vegas. I crafted it. I fully crafted it to
I have not heard of this, by the way.
give me
Well,
a
I knew
total
it's
shot. Yeah,
crafted.
this is unbeknownst to Brady. So what we're gonna do is I found this prop sheet online with 20 props. We're gonna pick 5 of them from random. Plus,
You just want to get ahead of me.
hold on. Plus,
Yeah, you totally
we are
just
going to
wanna get
do 1 point for heads or tail for the coin toss, of
No,
course.
we can't do point. No, it's got to be skill based, Jules.
Excuse me, but this is the Super Bowl, and this is This Week in Vegas. So
Yeah, and this week in Vegas is about pure skill. That's why I'm beating you. Sorry,
betting is more luck than skill, to be
if it was more
honest.
luck than skill, I wouldn't be over 500.
With our spread picks, at least from the whole year, it's 1 point for heads or tails. It is 2 points if you guess the correct Gatorade color. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's 2 points if you get the correct Gatorade color.
Yeah, I was about to die.
It is 3 points if you get the correct first touchdown scorer. And then finally, if we guess the correct score of the Super Bowl, then you automatically win This Week in Vegas for the whole season.
You are really desperate. Oh my god.
I am really desperate. But if you get the whole score right, I mean, if you actually had put money on that, that would be like winning the whole house. So
but yeah, sure.
that's what we're gonna do. And before we get started on these props, we had a couple fan questions. But my favorite fan question was, what is the craziest prop you saw this week? And I'm going to go with two that I saw. First off, how many times will Tom Brady be mentioned in the broadcast?
There's a betting line for that?
It is set at 1.5.
Wait, it's going to be more.
Well, not like segments that he'll be mentioned. I don't think there's an actual line on this. It was just one of the props that this website had.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a legit line on like a sports
No. You think they'll have over or under 1.5 Tom Brady conversations?
I think over.
I think over 2.
I think
now I'm going to set it to 2.5.
Very early, and then they'll have one later in the game. Because once Mahomes has a good drive or a touchdown, they'll talk about the GOAT, and then they'll incorporate Brady in.
So how about 2.5? Would you take the over or the under?
I take under. I think an under is a better pick.
Okay.
I think it's going to – okay, here's my logic. I think it's going to be 2. But I think there's a better shot it's 1 than 3.
I think I would still take the over at 2.5. And this is not for This Week in Vegas. This is just out of the props we saw.
Yeah.
The next one of the other fun prop I saw, what will Rihanna's first song be from the Super Bowl halftime show? Brady's like, oh, let me go through the inventory on Spotify. I'm going to pick Don't Stop the Music. I think she comes out on firing on all cylinders. I won't continue. But, I think that would be a good opening song for the halftime show. What do you think? Someone's clearly not a fan. I'm
between 2. I'm going to go with Umbrella.
Umbrella? And what was the one you were between?
Run This Town. Do you know Run This Town?
Yes, I know Run This Town.
Such a good song, but I don't think she starts with that.
Okay.
And I don't know if Jay-Z's going to be there.
Fair enough. All right. Well, let's start with, we already did the score. For 1 point, heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads. I agree. I always pick heads. All right. For 2 points, the correct Gatorade color.
Other.
Oh, give me a break. You're going to pick other? All right.
What are my options?
The options, there's like orange, blue, red,
listed.
purple.
Well, no, because some of them have like blue,
clear.
Orange, other, green, purple, red, or something.
I know.
Like
okay, so you took other.
No, well, now I'm going to change it because that's boring.
No, I think that's exciting. If it's like freaking like, I don't even
what
know
else
what
could
color.
it be? You're going to have like black Gatorade? No.
Does that even exist?
I'm going to go with
pink Gatorade?
I'm going with blue.
Blue?
Blue.
Okay. It's been blue 3 the past 4 years, so I'm going to take orange.
Oh my God, you did research on this?
I looked. I was just curious.
Oh, that is sad.
I was curious in case me and the boys decide to throw some money on the
You're
Gatorade.
You're in Italy and you're researching Gatorade colors.
Yeah, I do more research into that than actual football.
What are they doing
right?
at Tennessee Knoxville? Holy crap.
All right. For 3 points, the first touchdown scorer.
Be my guest.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts getting a rushing touchdown is the best pick here, personally.
I already saw the script. I know the answer. It's Devontae Smith.
Okay, fair enough. One of our former guest hosts, Francesco, he said
He says, wait, what?
He says it's going to be Miles Sanders.
I think that's a good
So
pick too.
we'll see about that. I think that's a pretty good pick. Uh, and then the next thing is the prop sheet. So I'm gonna say a number, or you're gonna pick a number 1 through 20, and I have the whole list, and we'll
All right.
we'll do 5 out of these, and that'll be it for the This Week in Vegas for the season.
Are
1
we
through
both
20.
doing the
Pick.
random one? We're both doing the random ones I pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 7.
7. Which team will get to 10 points first? The Chiefs or the Eagles? Or
Eagles.
neither?
We'll see. We saw the script. It's Eagles.
It's the Eagles. Okay, so we'll both pick the Eagles there. Give me another
17.
number.
17.
17. Will either team score? Okay, this is we already just saw this in the script too. So I won't do that one. Pick a new number.
15.
15. Who will have the most receiving yards? Travis Kelce, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, or other? That's a tough one.
Well, no, it's not MVS. Gotta go with Devontae Smith. I think he's gonna have a big game.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
I'm gonna still. I know you said you think Kelsey's gonna like set the record or whatever. I'm probably would say Kelsey. Out of
My thing with
those,
Kelsey is Kelsey gets a lot of short completions.
I know he does, but maybe he'll break one over the middle for a big play. Even if he doesn't, get a ton of receptions, I could see him leading in yards.
All right.
Honestly, you know what? No, I'm changing my mind. I'm gonna go AJ Brown. I bet on him last week in This Week in Vegas, and it didn't pan out. But we're gonna go back and hammer it again.
Yeah, that's
think-
why Jules is 9 and 25.
Yeah, that's
Or
why
19
I'm
and 25.
19, 25, and 2. It's brutal.
Brutal.
Hopefully we'll get to 20 points. If the coin toss is heads, we made it to 20 for the year. I'll take it.
Imagine if you went like 9 and 35.
Okay, we got 3 numbers left. What else are you gonna pick?
2.
2. Well, we did 2. It's will the coin toss be heads or tails? Pick another one.
3.
3. The first offensive play will be a run or a pass.
Gonna be a run.
It's gonna be a run for sure.
100%.
Hmm.
Wait, is that a real betting line? I want to get onto that.
Yeah, that's a betting
Dude, it's
line in
gonna be-
any game.
Because if the Eagles get the ball first, it's gonna be a run no matter what. And if the
Definitely.
Chiefs get the ball, well, they didn't tell us the coin toss.
True.
But if the Chiefs get the ball first, I mean,
I think it'll
it's
be a
50-50.
run.
I do too. I'm like what are the odds?
It's probably like minus 135 and plus 105.
It's probably
Something like
minus
that.
110.
I don't know. All right? 2 numbers left.
Maybe I'll do this later. Yeah.
2 numbers left.
Oh, I'm picking.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1. Oh, one of my favorites. I think we're both going to go with the same one here, but length of the national anthem in seconds.
Over.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's the over.
It's always over.
It's always the over.
Always the over.
I think me and the boys in Italy are going to house bet the over on the anthem.
Dude, we should too. That's a good idea.
Yeah, we got to make back all the money I'm spending this week and
Avenge
next
yourself on
week,
this
and
bet.
just too much money. We need to make it back on the anthem.
Yeah, so you're gonna bet what 20K
I wonder
on
if-
the anthem?
I wonder the last time the anthem hit the under.
There was no last time. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I feel like it's been like year. I feel like there's a stat there. It's like 10 out of the last 11 years, it's hit the over or something.
All right.
It's like the Army Navy under, but reverse.
Well, we need one more pick from you, and hopefully it's one that we have a different opinion on.
I'm gonna go with the MVP here, number 10.
Number 10, the MVP.
In honor of Mitch Trubisky in the Super Bowl.
Of course.
And Mahomes, I guess. Oh, wait, Mahomes is 15.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Will anyone accompany Rihanna on stage to perform a song with her? Yes. Or no?
Yes. Oh my God, don't make that face. It's ugly.
I would I would think yes, but I kind of want to go no just to be against. No, I got to go yes. Well, all right. forget that one. We're picking another one that we can
You don't
disagree on.
Okay, whatever.
Um,
11.
Okay. Well, who do you think will have more passing yards, Mahomes or Hurts?
Mahomes.
Okay, Mahomes. We agree on that. Let's see.
Wait, you want to find one we disagree on?
Yes.
12.
12. Total number of players to attempt a pass.
Under
Over,
two and a
under
half.
2.5.
I think under.
You think under? I think the over. I think Kelsey's going to throw that touchdown on the
I didn't
cheap
have
play.
that portion of the script. You could have just thrown that in there.
Okay, well,
I don't
okay.
trust it.
So I've got the over 2.5. You got the under 2.5. And that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up this season of This Week in Vegas.
We ended it with talking about passing touchdowns by a tight end.
Of
Love to
course,
see it.
that's how this show goes.
That's how it should end.
Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for our Super Bowl preview. Let me go back to our little screen here. That's gonna wrap it up for our Super Bowl preview. NZR will be back for parts of the offseason, but thank you all for watching this season. It was a pleasure, and go Chiefs.